In today's jangle, something came on the social media this past week, and it got me thinking. And the word that comes to mind is suatra, which is a Akan word that means we over emulate. Ghanaians, if we're expert at anything, we emulate and do the things better than the people who even brought it to you, introduced it. Take an example of reggae. You have Ghanaian artists that can give you reggae stuff that better than Bob Marley himself. Okay, now why am I talking about Suatra? I want to bring something to you. Like I said, I came into the social media circles this week. There's this gentleman who decided that he's going to give his fiancée a 7-point prenuptial agreement. Now, let me get you the actual definition of prenuptial agreement. And pardon me, I have to do this because it's actually part of why this is relevant. Prenuptial agreement is basically, okay, I can find it, but basically it's centered on assets, whereby before you marry a woman, your assets, her assets are separated, but your unionship is, you come together, but everybody keeps their assets. This guy decided to get creative. So his idea of prenuptial agreement, a 7-point, here's the first one. You keep your money and I'll keep mine. We both have to exercise absolute control over our finances. No problem. That's in the asset department. Number 2, we'll have a joint account where we'll contribute 40% of our salaries each month. No problem there. I mean, that's is still in the asset department. You will help pay monthly rent for the house we live in. This is a little bit questionable because he had already told the lady that his father left him the house. Okay, so he's not paying rent, but he wants the lady coming in to marry him to pay rent. Let's hold that thought. Number 4, you will maintain your body size throughout the marriage. Aha. Aha, that's where my problem is. This guy is focusing on the woman perhaps getting fat after they've got married or what. What he's failing to realize is that he probably has a 6-pack now, okay? 40 years later, that 6-pack may turn to 1-pack. Does the woman also get to walk away? Not to mention, and I will go there, there is something called manhood. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. If you're young, you're strong. But when you retire, when you need companionship the most, that's when that manhood is also going to try to retire alongside with you. Does he choose to leave at that point? Okay, so let's look at number 5. We're going to have 2 kids, no more, no less. Did a woman want 2 or 3 or 1? Did he ask her? No. 2 kids, no more, no less. Moving on, number 6. If you don't give birth after 4 years, I can walk out of the marriage. All right, homeboy doesn't know whether he himself is fertile or not. I don't think he has tested. So 4 years, if you put in this pressure on the woman and he does her part, she does her part, and you don't come through and she's not getting pregnant. Now the pressure is on her to what? Go somewhere and find that pregnancy for you. Would you like that? And then number 7, your parents and your siblings are your exclusive problems. I can't be made to cater to them. They can visit once in a while, but they can't stay for over 1 week. This sounds to me like only the woman has a family. What about your family? When they come, do the same thing apply? The bottom line is this. When we want to pick up things that are outside our culture, we just have to be careful and not to overdo it. Yes, in Ghana, we have gold diggers. When a woman takes a man to the family, the first thing they ask, what does he do? Is he rich? If he's poor? If he's poor, then you're not even going to bring him to the house. Okay, so we know these things exist. Women come into marriage for what they can get. And that's not only a Ghanaian problem, it's universal. But the answer to that is not to come with a list like this that is so chauvinistic that it looks at only the man's perspective. And the reason why I'm bringing this is this. If we're so good at copying things and doing it better than original people, why don't we make better cars? Why don't we make better airplanes? Why don't we channel the over-copying, the suatra, the over-emulating into productive stuff that would help us grow to become a better nation? So for today, my jangle is this. If you're taking something that's foreign and bringing it to Ghana, be careful if it's going to add value to us, not just doing it for the sake of doing. And for today, that's my jangle. Stay tuned to meet my special guest.